Hey up, do you fancy getting dancing?
What do you mean dancing? I don't dance anymore, I'm too old.
Off to nightclubs.
Babe, there's a 9-year age gap. I think I'd pop my hip, if I'm honest with you.
Well, I thought we'd talk all about bygone nightclubs. Do you know, from a bygone era? Do you know from where you're from? Well, even some of the nightclubs I started.
Well. Athena's joining. She's not right well. She's got snotty nose, but she's looking up to say, "Get me on this TV, Dad."
Yeah, she loves being on. But yeah, so when it comes to Yorkshire nightclubs, where do you remember back in the day?
So Regent's Park, Barnsley. Used to go there regularly. I got in there once when I was 16. I was laughing. I was like, "Whoa, I can't believe this." Bouncer must have been on a different planet. But I think my favourite was Hedonism. That was in Barnsley. That was absolute class. That used to go in there. Used to pay a £5 to get in, and then you got a bottle of Beck's beer and a burger and chips. So I used to swap my beer to my mate, get 2 burger and chips, and then just get a couple of beers later on. I was buzzing, mate. I was buzzing, and then. There was a place in Rotherham called Tivoli's.
Tivoli's?
Do you know that?
I've heard of it, but I've never been, obviously.
Yeah, well, so you went there and you paid like 15 quid to get in.
Yeah.
That was it, bang. All your beer, all night long. All night long. Dum dum.
I love it.
It was class. And then I used to come over to Wakey a bit as well. So I used to come to Flares. What nightclub called then? Oh.
There were Buzz. Which were underground.
Yeah, been to Buzz, but one just down the road from Flares. But I'll tell you something, there's no better night out than a night out in town.
In Barnsley. No, see, my favourite ones were in Sheffield.
Right.
Because there was, now in the new little Chinatown in Sheffield, there were Bed Nightclub, which has sadly turned to a Sainsbury's.
Right.
as much as I like Sainsbury's, it's
I
not
think
as fun as
a
Bed.
fat man shop now, you know, like 5XL clothes for me.
Oh really?
Sure it is.
Maybe they thought, oh, Danny, the home of Danny.
Be all those burgers and chips that were giving away.
Yeah. Yeah, they had an idea for the future.
Yeah.
That was the future. We went to Bed. I was well proud because we didn't actually wear a school.
We went to Bed?
No, it was Bed Nightclub.
Oh, right.
And I was well proud because I used to dress up. I used to buy a school uniform whilst I was at school. Don't do this. To go to the nightclub. So it was
You
supposed
bought
to be,
a school uniform to go to the nightclub?
yeah,
What, you went in your school uniform?
School discos, yeah. Well, I never wore a uniform to school, so I had to buy one to go out
Why didn't
clubbing
you wear a
to pretend I was
uniform to
18.
school?
We just didn't. We never had to.
So you went clubbing, 18-year-old in a school uniform?
Well, I wasn't 18.
In Sheffield. This sounds a bit weird.
I was too
if
young.
I'm honest. Clubbing at 18 in a school uniform?
No, they did all the school discos, and the busted nights.
What did you?
My one time I skived off school was to get to Busted backstage.
Right.
What I go to school for.
I know Busted.
But I actually,
Busted.
But I actually skived off school and bought a school uniform to wear to their concert.
Yeah, didn't you plant one on his lips?
Yeah.
I know this. I do my research on you.
Yeah, how do you know that one?
I know this, love. I've got ways and means, me, you know.
Then there was Corporation Nightclub, and then the
007.
creme de la creme Gate Crasher, where all this jazz went. We had many a night in Gate Crasher.
So what's your like the fondest memory of a nightclub, or the funniest memory of a nightclub, or a night out?
I guess for me it's the whenever I think of night out, I think of that song, Heartbreaker, without your love, Heartbreaker. Do you know that Jamie Duggan one? Because he was like born in niche nightclub in Sheffield.
Not turn your sound up.
Yeah. So I think of that when you're thinking you're all that. Right. But there's I'm trying to think, what are yours? And then whilst you do yours, I'll think of mine.
So I've got a couple that stand out from when I was younger. And funny enough, a few of them from when I were on holiday. So I went on a couple of lads holidays, you know. So I was like 17 and 18 when I went on these. So I went to Puerto Rico, I went to Benidorm. What are you laughing at, mate? Benidorm, been to Bennis.
So I've always wanted is a well-travelled man.
Mate, I'm telling you, when you're 18-year-old and you go to Bennis, that's it. That it changes your life. It I swear. Right, so let me tell you a couple of stories about this holiday. So, for some reason, you know, young lads being young lads, we thought it would be a good idea to take a lilo each, right, for the poor. And then we had this brainwave that instead of taking a lilo, wouldn't it be funny if we took a blow-up doll? So we did. And we blew them up in room and we ran down to Pool and way straight in Pool. Well, realised it was a family hotel. Didn't go down well. We got absolutely rollicked, right, by manager, Spanish manager coming at us like this. So we had to get doll out. Funny thing was, just chucked him under bed. Cleaner come in one morning, and I've moved about in bed, and bed legs have caught the legs of this doll, so the legs are up in the air like that, and she walks in, doll's legs are up in air, and I'm just sparked out on bed. But no, I think that one of the funniest moments was, and this isn't like to do with drinking, this is just like lads' holiday. So me and my mate Wayne, my grandma, bless her soul, passed away now, bless her. She used to live in Spain, and she used to live in Torrevieja. So I says to her, how far is it from Benidorm? And she's like, it's not far, love, don't worry, it's not far. So me and Wayne, we rented a couple of mopeds and we went to see her. So first of all, we went straight onto the motorway, got chased down by cops, right, nearly got arrested because obviously you shouldn't take them up motorway. It took us absolutely ages to get there, about 2.5 hours on Coastal Road. Anyway, we got there and we decided to stay over. The next morning, we got back to the hotel and we stayed in this hotel called Hotel Brazil. Now this is right at the side of the police station in Old Town, right? And Wayne got off his bike and he got like a little cycling helmet on. And my mate Stan were up on balcony and he'd not seen bikes. So Wayne went, yeah Stan, look at these. And he went like that. And he hit his bike, right? But at the side of his bike, I'm not kidding you, there were about 50 mopeds all from police station. And it were like dominoes. Boom, boom, boom. They were all going. There were coppers outside, right? Now, me being me, you know, you would think I would rush to help because he was running around like a headless chicken trying to pick these bikes up because they just kept falling. No, I have never laughed so much in my life. Never laughed so much in my life. Bent over double, laughing. He's going, come on, you fat idiot, get on. But going back to the nightclubbing thing. We'd been.
Nose fell over them, love.
She's off. That's it. She's done. Right.
Blowing her nose.
We'd been out, and we'd been out all day, like you do when you're a lad and you're on holiday. We'd been out. We'd had a few beers. We thought, right, shall we have a sleep, go for the Chinese, and go out nightclubbing? And we thought, do you know what? We're 18-year-old. We're going to motor through, so we're supping, and we're supping all day, right? Beer after beer, loving life. Back then it was next to no. Decided to go for a Chinese at about 8 o'clock at night in this Chinese restaurant. So I sat down, we sat there, and I'm sat outside and there's a fish pond inside and it's outside of me. Got all these nice big fish in it, right? And I'm sat there and I'm like, I'd supped a lot of beer. And I starts eating this Chinese. And then all of a sudden I just went, what? And I threw up straight in this fish pond. But all the tables were around this big fish pond.
Fish.
Not the poor people trying to eat the dinner.
You're barfing and little carps, like, oh.
Yeah, I'm throwing up. The fish are eating it. They're like thinking it's food day. You know what I mean? I've been eating cheese and ham toasties all morning and I'm drinking beer. And it's just floating all up. Well, needless to say, the owner of the restaurant, I've never heard so many words, swear words in different languages. I think he was speaking English, Chinese, Spanish, French, Dutch. Oh, he were going to town. So basically, we just legged it. Just legged it. So if you do watch this and you're still around, I am sorry. I'll come clean your fish pond if it's still there. So what about you? I've dragged on.
Oh yeah, I've remembered now. So I've had a few exploits abroad, but we won't go into those.
I know, I've heard.
You'll have to go to, no you don't, Malia, Gran Canaria, oh gosh, the 18 to 30s days, my days.
Yep.
But, and Portugal, I remember Portugal.
You can't go on them anymore, can you? Now you've turned 36,
I know,
30s
oh
now.
Yes, thank you. But one of them was Incorporation nightclub in Sheffield. And it was the night before my dad took us on holiday to Thailand. And so we're going with my dad. And he said, okay, you can go out with your mates, but whatever you do not take your passport. Because I took my passport for ID. Oh no, won't do, Dad, won't do. Managed to sneak out my passport. And then at the end of the night, my bag got stolen. So I went legging it after this guy. to get my bag back, and I couldn't. And then he went off in a taxi, so I went slamming on the taxi. Managed to get another guy to get my bag, and then I think he'd still got my purse or something. And anyway, long story short, because then it all turned into a bit like they got aggressive, because I jumped on his back to get my bag, and then so he had to fight me off, but I got it back. And then I went home, but the police escorted me home, and my dad was like, "Oh no, what's happened?" And I was like, "Just don't tell them about the passport. Don't tell them the passport was in my bag." And he was like, and then my dad, he was so mad at me. But then this police officer, he thought he was good looking. So then as soon as the police officer came in behind me, he was like, "Hi, I'm whatever." And my dad just went from like, "Silver, I can't believe you took your passport," and then so, "Oh, hello, would you like a bagel?"
Would you like a bagel?
He offered him a bagel at 3 a.m. in the morning. We were due to leave at 6 a.m. to go on holiday.
Bagel and cream cheese,
and he ended up giving them a garden tour and a bagel and a cup of tea. And I thought, yeah, just keep them here. So
what you didn't know, that wasn't a copper. That was somebody dressed as a copper's casing your house because you just told him you needed a passport to go on holiday.
Yeah, that's so true. But then another one of the best ones, and you'll all remember this one.
Why was everybody there?
Yeah.
All right.
No, you'll all have a memory from this one, though. Batley Frontier.
Oh, Batley Frontier.
That is the legendary nightclub. So we live now in Wakey, which is obviously Jane McDonald's hometown. She's known to confront working men's clubs with her mate Sue Ravey, and then on to Batley Frontier, where the likes of Tom Jones, Shirley Bassey, all of that lot. And then there was belly dancers Sophie May and Harry Gratian from BBC Look North, and we were belly dancing on stage in a special charity variety show. But Batley Frontier were like,
I think now, for me, like if I went out now, there's probably only like a couple of places I'd really venture to. If I were to go out, like, and I wanted that like sort of nightclubby vibe, I'd go to Five, but if I wanted that full on. Because late on when you're in there, it's like being old days, you're all stuck in. But then I think one of the best places I've been lately for that, you get that sort of party vibe, is a BB's. It's obviously it gets to like 10, 11 o'clock, and then it turns from the restaurant into like a rooftop party till 2. It's mint.
So could I be dancing?
Well, they have all belly dancers and that there.
Yeah, I don't mean working, I mean...
Yeah, they all dance, they move out tables, dancing about.
You never told me this part of it, you just told me about the steak.
Yeah, well, I don't
I'll be there if there's dancing.
It's not something I really want to take you to be honest. It's like my man thing. I'm kidding.
He has a lot of big man things.
Because at Feeny Bob's, obviously, I don't think they'd appreciate it, breastfeeding while you're dancing. In a drinking establishment. In fact, I don't even know if she can get in at that time. I know she'd be able to get in restaurant, but I don't know if...
But that brings me on to baby raves, because we know that
baby raves
ran Boom Chicka Boom. So, like, there's LDC rave, which we love.
Chicka Boom.
And I think... So
that's coming up soon.
Oh, yeah, LDC presents. But I think that they should do more raves in the day. So we loved it, didn't we? We went to Steph Hurst, a DJ, if you don't know, from Yorkshire. Belters night, and that was perfect for us.
That was banging.
It started at 6 p.m, didn't it?
Yeah.
Finished before, you were home before midnight. It was awesome, and she is absolutely amazing. She's from your hedonism days, isn't she?
Yep, she is. Told Steph knows hedonism very well. But it well, I call that kind of music as well, because it was all old school stuff. But also, it's like, obviously, you know my link with my man Dudley T from the Steeler City. So what are you dissing at me for now? Look, she laughs when I say that.
For all the street cred from you. That's.
He has. You ask Toddler now, right? Since he's known me. Right, he's worked with some terrific artists.
Yeah.
All because they know me.
What?
No, not really.
No, old MacDonald.
To be honest, I've asked him numerous occasions to pull a few strings, but the thing about Toddler is, and this is why I like him so much, right, is he's not one for, like, sort of using his clout and other people taking advantage of that. He's one of these. It's like, yeah, well, I'll pass your number on, but if they want to call you, they'll call you. But I'm not going to give you the number. I'm not going to pester them.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And I appreciate that. I respect that. But his wife,
Annie Mac.
Guess who's back? Annie Mac. So Annie does before midnight as well.
Yeah.
So she does, and I want to go to one of them.
Definitely.
They're absolutely.
I love it. I saw on TV the other day that actress Vicky McClure, who we like.
Yeah.
She's running nightclubs now in the afternoons,
Yeah.
and that's much more me. That do you know what I'd love more than anything? And we should start this 10 a.m. start. Perfect. Yeah, and then you have a disco till about 1 p.m.
Disco.
Then you have a
Pop and crisps.
you have a brunch, but you could just
Have a brunch?
coffees and water on the go, and yeah,
Coffees and water, mate.
that's all I need to keep me dancing.
That's you.
Or Diet Coke then.
Can't see rest at clubbers wanting coffee and crisps and pop.
Why not?
Well, I don't think that's how it works.
Crisp buffet, you could be dancing and raving away, and then you're done for afternoon, and then you can have some dinner and whatnot, and go home and sleep. Because I have my energy in the morning. I'm ready. Let's dance.
I like to watch Dragon's Den, and going off that ethos. I'm sorry, but I'm out. Don't think your business proposal's solid. I don't think you're going to get many people.
Let me know, because you've got to agree. Wouldn't it be great? 11s is, then that'd be us dancing.
Yeah, but, so how much does it cost to run a nightclub? Right, how much does it cost?
Yeah, but they can still have people.
And how do they make the
after
money? They make the money on drinks.
Well, they can still sell alcohol if they want.
Oh, yeah. Diet Coke, 18 quid. Why is it 18 quid? Well, we've got to cover costs.
Yeah, well, we could just be warming up Central Eating for nightclub in the evening.
Tune in, tune up, tune a sandwich, have one.
I think it'd be wicked, me. Or you could just have free drinks, just one entry fee, good entry fee.
Right.
We've got to get Noel onto it, because they've got the secret bar in Waked, you know, the RBT video and that.
Video shop, I love that place.
And that underground one as well, aren't they? They've got the Old Velvet nightclub, and then the underground one as well.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
Not like you upload all these nightclubs.
Yeah. Well,
I'm mid-40s. You're late 30s. Let's keep rubbing it in.
Yeah.
She hates it.
Thank you.
Turned 36.
I hate it.
A couple of weeks since
I've
she's
become
like,
proper Nash as well these days. I have to go out with full-on coats and tights now. I can't do this scantily.
Can't wait. She's only got 4 years till knees start going.
Don't say that.
So
Right.
Big 4-0. What are we going to plan for Big 4-0? I know what I'm planning for you. I'm going to take you on a tour. Stand a stairlift.
Yeah, cruise. Actually, my mate did make
We're going to go on a 40s to 60s.
At least you'll feel a bit young then.
I know.
You'll be like, oh, I'm only in the
I'll probably be in false teeth mould by then. You're more like me, mum.
Right, I think we should talk about Next. So if you like this,
Next.
let us know. Yeah, not Next the shop, your t-shirt, big men t-shirt place. Next up, if you like this, we'll do a video on the after nightclub eateries. The food places, because they're where I have my actual memories, where I come round after all the sweaty drinking or whatnot, and then I'm like, oh, what am I having?
Yeah, but what did you have?
I had veggie kebabs, so it was like samosas, onion bhajis in a big naan.
Onion what?
Bhajis.
Onion badges. Onion badges.
Then I can tell you about my little expedition on a night out to try and get to Malaysia as well.
I've heard about this. This is going to be good, guys. Right, I'm going to finish my brew.
Let's get party!
Sophie's going to have an all-day disco, serving pop and crisps. If you're lucky, you might even get a Twix. Right. See you soon, guys.
See you soon. Peace, love, sneeze.